Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, September 15th, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Hey, I screwed up yesterday, and I mentioned the electric vehicle showcase, and inadvertently I got my dates crossed, and it is not this weekend. It's next weekend. So apologies to Annapolis Green and Elvia and everybody else. So you want to erase that from your calendar for this weekend and put it on your calendar for next weekend, and we'll remind you a little bit later. All right, we do have a good amount of news today, so let's get into it, shall we? Our police news today is all follow-up, and none of it looks particularly good for the Anne Arundel County Police Department. On Monday in Cape St. Clair, there was a manhunt for an armed teen spotted in the woods, and an officer said his car window had been shot out. Later in the day, they kind of eased up on their rhetoric a bit and then went into radio silence. So what really happened? Well, there was an adult walking in the woods with a pellet gun shooting at small animals. Police were able to identify him and did confirm that it was not a firearm. As to the broken car window, police are now saying that it is a, quote, unrelated circumstance, unquote, whatever that means. In the end, a lot of resources utilized for naught. No charges were filed, nor will they be. But I guess in this day and age, you can never be too cautious, and I am glad that our police have the capability to handle something like that if needed. The other one goes back to last Thursday. Remember the story about the Tesla driver who was impatient with a crossing guard and intentionally steered his car into her, striking her in the leg? Well, Brad Bell from ABC 7 drummed up some security video footage that shows a completely different story. It shows the car not striking her. When Brad and ABC 7 went back to the scene to talk to the guard, initially she said she stands by her story, and then she ultimately admitted that the car didn't, quote, exactly hit her. Meanwhile, the driver of the Tesla was arrested in handcuffs in front of his girlfriend. He spent the night in jail and has hired an attorney, and nobody can blame him for that. Meanwhile, the Anne Arundel County Police Department has just said that they are looking into the matter. There's always some good information that comes out of the Tuesday morning media calls with the county executive, and yesterday we learned that 50 to 100 students are being sent home per day to quarantine due to COVID-19 exposure in the schools, and there have been 50 reported cases in the schools so far. The school district says that they will put COVID dashboard back on the website a little bit later today. I'm not sure why it was taken down in the first place. And yesterday, there were 21 bus routes that didn't run, so that problem is only getting worse. Again, you want to check at aacps.org/buses for the delays and cancellations. Anne Arundel County Transportation is adding larger buses to the Community College route and the Edgewater route to accommodate kids over 12 who are able to utilize mass transit in lieu of school buses. I did ask the county executive if he had approached the state to possibly get drivers from the National Guard as they have done in Massachusetts, and he said no. And as to the driver shortage, the county executive did say that they are looking into financial incentives to lure drivers to the district. Pittman said he had witnessed other transportation firms actively recruiting drivers out of our bus depots to go work with them. And the system really is broken. Just to give you an idea, yesterday afternoon at 3:02 p.m., let that time sink in for a second, Magathie Middle parents got an email advising that they had just added another bus route that was going to be canceled for the afternoon. How can a family plan on that? In other school news, the General Assembly Committee tasked with reviewing the Board of Education's recommendation for a statewide mask mandate in schools agreed with them. The mandate passed 10-7 at 2 p.m. yesterday, and that is when it went into effect. All students, visitors, staff, and faculty will be required to wear masks in all school buildings statewide with very few exceptions, instrument playing, eating, etc. Now, remember, this is only a 180-day measure, so unless it is renewed, it will expire on February 22nd, 2022. And as we wrap up, some good news for small businesses. The Anne Arundel Economic Development Corp is getting set to dole out another $500,000 in grants, each of them worth up to $10,000 apiece. Yes, it is COVID money, and this is for businesses with between 2 and 20 employees. It is to be used for digital services, email broadcasting, CMS systems, digital advertising or website advertising, website design, e-commerce solution, app development, anything like that. They are looking to help expand your business by digital means, any way you can do that. So it is pretty wide open. Again, you need to be a brick and mortar business in good standing and have been in business prior to March of 2020. The applications will open up on Monday the 20th at 9 a.m., and I suspect there will be a huge demand. So you want to take a few days now to prepare the information you're going to need to submit so you can go get that free money. All of the details and requirements can be found at AAEDC.org. It is a very long URL, so what you want to do is go to the search box, put in the word digital, and it is the second result there. It is called Digital Services Grant. Applications will close on October 1st at 5 p.m., and if history is any indicator with the AAEDC, this will all be funded very, very quickly. Remember, this is a grant, not a loan. Free money. And finally, congrats to Anna, who will be seeing Dave Koz tonight at Maryland Hall with a friend, and to Susan, who will be seeing Cracker on Saturday afternoon. Susan, please check your Twitter DMs. I do need your last name to make sure that you get on the list for that. And over on our All Annapolis Facebook page, we do have a contest running to see comedian Noel Kasler on Thursday. So you may want to check that out too. Got lots of things to see at Ram's Head on stage and at Maryland Hall. Okay, that's it for the news. But first, a huge thank you to our four sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company, Rehab to Perform, and MacMedics. A quick reminder to please leave us a rating or a review if you have a chance. We'd really appreciate that. Alrighty, now hang tight. George from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather. All of that and more in just about a minute.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company.
Going through a real estate home sale or purchase is a very personal and sometimes stressful experience. Hi, I'm Kristi Neidhardt. My team and I are committed to working with people both buying and selling homes in all price points. Whether it's giving you a competitive edge while buying a home or negotiating the best price and terms while selling your home, we always have our clients' best interest at heart. Our goal is to provide exceptional service so that you will recommend us to your friends and family over and over again. Serving people is a passion of mine, and it's what my team does best. That's the Neidhardt difference.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, September 15th. It was more heat and humidity yesterday for the Annapolis region, and today will bring more of the same with breezy winds from the south kicking up ahead of a cold front that starts to move into the region from the west, creating a possibility for some showers or storms overnight tonight into Thursday, with an elevated chance for more showers and storms tomorrow in the PM hours, with plenty of clouds around throughout the entire day and temps down into the lower or middle 80s for highs, with a virtual repeat expected Friday ahead of mixed skies Saturday, and sunshine Sunday with temps in the mid-80s both days across Anne Arundel County, with more sunshine and 80s expected through at least the first half of next week. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DC MDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DC MDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. Also, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and use our website each day at dcmdvaweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Are you interested in an exciting career in one of the hottest industries of the next decade? At Solar Energy Services, we're currently hiring solar installers, crew leaders, service techs, and sales representatives with immediate needs in all categories. Are you feeling uninspired in your current job and want more meaningful work where you can make a positive impact every day? Do you like the idea of being part of the team that installs solar panels on residential rooftops, commercial rooftops, or ground-mounted arrays for entire communities to use? Or maybe you're a good troubleshooter and communicator who likes solving interesting technical problems. Whatever your preference, the upside of working in the solar industry is tremendous. Contact us today about joining a great company with a rewarding culture and an inspiring mission. Call us at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
Are you an active adult or competitive athlete dealing with an injury keeping you from being at your best? Then Rehab to Perform is here to get you back to your full potential. R2P is a unique fitness-focused physical therapy company with 4 locations in Maryland. More like a training room and a personal training studio than a medical facility. R2P offers physical therapy for lower back pain, overuse injuries, post-surgery, muscle pulls, chronic pain, and more. R2P also offers rehabilitation for concussions and mild traumatic brain injuries. To learn more, visit rehabtoperform.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.